Happy Monday, people of the interwebs. We are back with another episode of the Wave Your Flag podcast. All right. There is no episode next week because of Thanksgiving. It is giving no episode. That is all I'll say. We are sponsored by Mr. Bumble's Cafe, located at 273 New Scotland Avenue in Albany, New York. Look them up to confirm the address and order a breakfast, um,
Order a
order a
lunch,
smoothie, a lunch,
a
you name
snack.
it. I know y'all have time off this week. Stop in, tell them we sent you
Yeah, we love a little
specifically.
treat. They
We
got a
sent
little treat.
you, not your friends. We sent you. So go to Mr. Bumble's. Thank you again to Mr. Bumble's Cafe for sponsoring us, and let's get started.
Yeah,
But Rich is crazy these days. There was an article that actually came out about basically the deadliest game happening during the Bosnian War. And you'll have to read into it, where
yeah.
rich people were paying a lot of money to uh, literally off people. So you'll have to look into it, but like it's just crazy seeing all this stuff happen.
It is. And you know what? I to piggyback onto that, I watched Squid Game on Netflix, like when
Yeah.
it was a whole deal. I refuse to watch their competition Squid
Yeah.
Game. I'm like, this is the antithesis of what that was about. Do we
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
It's beyond parody at this point.
Sadly,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so do you have any topics you'd like to talk about, maybe lighter?
I, I a couple nights ago, I went to a musical of Hades
Yeah.
Town, a production of Hades Town, and the Schenectady, the SLOC Theater at Schenectady Lighting Opera Company, something like that. And it was a high school production. And one of the
Uh-huh.
children that I nannied for like a decade, she's 17 now. Oh my God.
Yeah.
She was playing the violin in it. So I went to go see the show. And
Mhm.
that thing was like a Broadway level production. I was losing my mind. I'm telling you, if you guys
Yeah.
have a chance to go see a play at the uh
Hmm.
SLOC Theater in Schenectady,
Yeah.
do it because what these teens were doing, I was like, holy shit. I was incredibly mind blown. I went with my friend. They were also very impressed with it all.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, if you're in the area and you got an opportunity to check it out,
Yeah.
I think they're still running. Oh no, they won't be by the time this airs. So in the future.
Speaking of musicals, I did see Wicked at Proctor's. Did you go to the Proctor's show?
No, I did not.
Oh,
But I'm very excited for good. Really excited for good.
yeah. I'm excited too. Actually, I need to see when I'm going and if we're getting tickets soon. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, we saw the musical at Proctor's, the touring one. Um,
That's still gonna be. I might be at. I'll go. That's
I
still gonna be
love
around.
how so they do this thing where they cast people around the main characters, and during the entire show, one of the things that was amusing me was how short everyone was. Like there was not one person in that musical over 5'7". Like, which I appreciate. I appreciate short awareness. I
Yes.
appreciate short people being seen. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, there was not one person over 5'7" in that entire play.
So it was really a cast of
Like,
munchkins.
yeah, yeah, in a way, in a way. I mean, and Glinda, she was in like the little kitty heels.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Shout out Mistress. Uh, but she was like one of the shortest people still. So I wonder how tall she was because she was short.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
was such a good show and everyone was extremely talented. Um, Unlike what I've seen on TikTok where they always talk about if it doesn't work, the lift up during Defying Gravity, like they improvise. Like it did work. It did
Okay.
work. So
Hmm.
we
Hmm.
got the lift moment.
Yeah.
But it was literally like front row seats, so it was really good.
Wow. Oh, that must have been so nice.
Yeah, it was such a good surprise, and I loved the show, and it was fun.
I'm gonna see how I'm gonna have to see how long they're running for because I absolutely would go see. Or, they were still running
They
this
they
past week.
laughed. They laughed.
What?
Yeah. I think they left on the 9th.
Then what the hell was it, Proctor's? Because I got an email from Slop
Probably some
being
Monty
like,
Python thing again.
I
I
was like,
feel
oh, it's got to be Wicked. It's got to be Wicked.
no.
No.
But I mean like they literally picked the best time to like tour here.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I'm looking on it. It says they'll be in Syracuse at the Landmark Theater. Are you
Proctor's is way
familiar?
nicer.
Yeah.
Like the Landmark's nice, but like Proctor's is still way nicer.
Got you.
But
I'll figure it out.
yeah, so saw Wicked, gonna see For Good next week, or
Yeah.
sometime when it comes out.
Hell yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. But I wonder how much more it covers than the musical. Because
Hmm.
the musical itself is about 3 hours. Both of these
Yeah.
movies are about 3 hours.
Yeah. And they're
So,
adding songs for
I
good.
know.
So I'll be
Yeah.
interested in how much they can flesh it out.
Ariana Grande was like attacked by a
Yes.
stalker
You see that?
at the premiere, and I have tickets to her tour, so leave her alone.
Yeah. I leave all celebrities alone, but
Yeah,
that poor
people
lady
need
has
to
been
like
through enough.
people need to learn that these parasocial relationships are not actual relationships. Like
No. And even like I saw some reports that it was
Cynthia
like
literally jumped in.
uh, I saw someone saying that it was an influencer and that it was like a not
Oh,
prank,
that's not an
it's not,
influencer, babe.
no,
Like
that's not appropriate prank behavior. That's not
jumping
appropriate influencer behavior. That's not appropriate behavior, period.
jumping someone at a celebrity at a premiere is not influencer.
No,
They did it to
no.
Katy Perry too. He jumped on her stage during her shows.
Oh my God, yes, I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was him. That was the same
That was the
guy.
same guy?
Yeah, the same weirdo. Yeah.
Jail. Well, I mean, they did put him in
Literally.
jail
Well,
after
so
that.
many people were like, why isn't he in jail?
Right.
Like, unacceptable. And people need to do better.
That's actually insane. It was the same dude that did the Katy Perry
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Like, who's
Mhm.
following that man? Who is like, this is excellent content?
Yeah. Exactly. Like, people need to, I don't know, but like, is he doing it because he's weird or did someone like pay him? Like, what happened? Like, he needs to
Right.
be locked up.
Is he like, this is the way to get clout for sure? Or is
Yeah.
it like a truly sick person?
Especially like that's gonna be so traumatic too. Like Ariana's been
100%.
like the target of really brutal attacks and hate before, and it's
She literally had her
why?
concert bombed. Like, maybe we
Like,
don't,
let's leave celebrities alone.
let's just like focus on. I
Yeah.
think it would be great if we all tried to behave appropriately for the
Mhm.
situations we're in. I
Yeah.
think that would help a lot of people, a lot of situations. Um,
Mhm.
you're not always the main character.
Yep. And I mean, even if you do if you do see a celebrity in person, treat them as a normal human. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure that in many cases, it's acceptable to just say "Hey, I love you in this" or whatnot.
Mhm.
Maybe you'll get a picture, but jumping people on a red carpet, not acceptable.
No,
Not
no,
acceptable.
no. Uh, I there's no words for it. How not acceptable
Yeah.
it is.
And if you really want a celebrity to love you, act like you don't know them. Like that is the best way to treat a celebrity.
Truly, sometimes they'll acknowledge you more if you're not like running up
Yeah.
to them, being like picture up. Like they'll,
Mhm.
you can catch their eye sometimes, and they'll give you a nod.
And don't shout their name in public because
Yeah,
then they won't
right.
want to take a picture. They'll have to
Mm-hmm.
walk away because they
Mm-hmm.
don't want people following them. Like
Mm-hmm.
just say "Hey, I know you from this."
Yep.
But what we're not going to do is mess with people's red carpets, attack
Right.
them for clout.
And like, let's personal space. Like,
Yeah.
I am a big fan of personal
Yep.
space.
Hmm.
Stay out of my personal space, celebrity or
And if you mess with Ariana, you're gonna get the Cynthia. And Cynthia has
not.
sharp nails and she's not afraid to use them.
She was on that so fast.
Y'all gotta remember, she's been changed for good.
Yeah.
So you better watch out for Cynthia.
Yeah, I would I and then Michelle, yo, she can kick ass too. She literally is like
Yeah.
trained to kick ass. So I don't
Mhm.
don't know what that man was doing.
But anyways, we're gonna take a break for a sponsor.
Yes.
So I hope y'all are excited because today's sponsor and the podcast official sponsor is Mr. Bumble's Cafe, located at 273 New Scotland Avenue in Albany, New York. Are you looking for a place to enjoy a smoothie or a meal, Megan?
Of course, always.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, always.
you can order to go or you can dine in, okay, at
Love
Mr.
that.
Bumble's Cafe. If you have a free time or time off during Thanksgiving break,
Hmm.
stop on in. It is literally the perfect place to get a smoothie. Post gym, before gym, at order it to go in, have food at the gym. I don't know. But thank you for our sponsor, Mr. Bumble's Cafe. And
Thank
let's get
you.
to our interview with Queenie Royale. Thank you. Hello, welcome back to the Wave Your Flag podcast. I'm your host, Brendan. Again, I am joined with Meg, my co host, and
Hello.
today we are interviewing the one and only Capital Region Gays Drag Performer of the Year, Queenie Royale, who is gracing us during this Trans Awareness Week. We also have Trans People Remembrance Day coming up on the 20th, so make sure that you are supporting and doing all you can to support the trans community because without them, there is no us. They fought for our rights and they keep pushing and pushing for civil and human rights. So it is important to give that credit where it is due. So I just wanted to start off by saying that. Hi, Queenie. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I am doing great. I will let Meg ask the first question because I think you
I do. I
super
have a couple.
outlined.
Let me pull them up here. Okay. So you're heavily involved with ballroom culture.
Yes.
So who are some of your favorite icons, legends?
My favorite icons and legends, I would say one has to be Hurricane Katrina. She was one of the first people I had ever heard about. whenever like, you hear the here comes the hurricane.
Yeah.
And I would also say another person would be
Wait. Katrina. It's that.
her.
Yeah, that's
Her.
okay.
Ironically enough, a lot of people don't mix up the actual hurricane with
Yeah.
hurricane.
Yeah.
But I still love her.
Of course.
So I would definitely say her, and I would also say who's the other one? Lola, Ebony.
Ooh, love that. Love that. I spent my morning watching ballroom stuff on YouTube.
Yes.
Like, reminded how much I had loved Legendary at one point.
Yeah.
I'm so sad that it can't be watched anymore.
I know.
Did you ever get into Legendary, or like that
Yes.
moment that ballroom culture really had, like in the forefront for a few
Honestly,
years?
anything that has to do with ballroom culture
Yeah.
or anything like that, I'm all over it. I've watched
Yeah.
every episode. I probably searched through YouTube on extras back like
Mm-hmm.
bloopers and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with it because I feel like any exposure that we have is only good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you felt like everything was being portrayed accurately.
Okay.
Maybe
If
not
I'm
that.
being real, I feel like it was definitely giving TV,
Yes. Yes.
more than it was giving like real ballroom. Like a lot of,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't want to say they would be chopped or anything like that,
Yeah.
but
Mm-hmm.
it would be judged differently had it been an
Yeah.
actual ball. And politics and everything go into that as well. And that's just the culture of ballroom. But I would say it definitely gave what it needed to give, which was giving us the moment to shine and
Mm-hmm.
shedding light on a community that's always been hidden in darkness.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. Now, speaking of that sort of moment to shine, Renaissance.
Yes.
Now, I have been a Beyonce fan since childhood. Lover, 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 lover. Renaissance was everything to me. What was Renaissance to you?
Renaissance was everything for me personally, and also like the movie action picture, like
Yes.
watching it and everything, seeing how the production was put on, just definitely inspired me a lot. And it made me feel really special, honestly. My I feel like my favorite moment from that movie was when she started talking about her uncle and like how much of an inspiration he was to her life and what he meant to her. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
we've all had a gunkle.
Yeah. Yes, exactly, exactly. Did you have a favorite song of Renaissance?
Yes, I would say America Has a Problem. If anyone knows me, that was like my first mix, and I still will hit her up sometimes.
I love that. It's a fantastic song. Oh no, my sticker is all up in your mind. I was gonna say I have the sticker on my water bottle, and it's all up in your mind though.
So, how long have you been a part of Ballroom, would you say?
I've been a part of Ballroom for about 3 years now.
Okay.
I started drag, I want to say a year or two after, because I already was on transition and everything once I got into Ballroom. So and I've been transitioned for 5 years. So I started Ballroom at my 2 year, and I'm still going. So yeah, about 3 years.
And where have you spent that time, like New York City, Albany, Syracuse?
I started in Syracuse, which we call it the
Mhm.
Western New York scene. Surprisingly enough, Albany is not included in that. But we're slowly but surely merging the two, especially with me moving from Syracuse to here, having my own having my own chapter.
Mhm.
So we're moving around.
Now,
Okay.
I want to real quick. What categories do you walk? And I'm looking at you, and it's clearly face. Like I know we're winning face over and over and over and over.
What's so funny is I've never walked face.
No.
I've walked almost every other category but face. I've walked body, I've walked sex siren, I've walked realness, I've walked
Yep.
runway, I've walked hand performance, floor performance, just OTA Vogue, beginner Vogue, um, and femme queen performance, of course. But 90% of the categories that I've walked that didn't really have to do with face.
Yeah.
Other than, well, I walked realness one time and I was
Mhm.
trying to show the feminization of my face. And they said, this is not face. You should go to walk face. And I was like, oh, this ballroom is harsh.
Now, what's your favorite category?
My favorite category, I would say, is femme queen performance.
Is what performance? Sorry, my
Performance.
femme queen performance. Got you. Yes. Yeah, I love that.
Thank you.
Sorry, Brendan. I didn't mean to keep.
No,
I got my
that's
questions.
since ballroom is a key part of LGBTQIA culture, and it always will be, what makes ballroom important to you, like on a personal level?
I feel like ballroom is important to me because it gives me a moment to change someone else's life.
Hmm.
So many people, influential people within ballroom, have changed my life and my perspective and my outlook. And I feel like if I could do that to anyone else, for any other girl, any other butch queen, any other they, them, I would love to.
Hmm.
Has there ever been a time when you felt challenged in your career or felt challenged getting into the ballroom scene?
Oh, yes, definitely. I feel like one thing that all new girls do is biting off more that you can chew.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's really good when you start ballroom to pick one thing, one category, pick it, study it, master it, and then walk it, and then you'll win.
Mhm.
I wanted to do any category I could do because everybody was telling me, "Oh my gosh, you're so pretty! Oh my gosh, you can do this, you
Yeah.
can do that," and I was like, "Okay, so yeah, I can do everything." And one time I was doing a ball, my drag mom was like, "Okay, Queenie, you have three different categories you're walking tonight. How are you going to change?" And I was like, "Oh no, I'll be able to figure it out. I'll be able to figure it out." 1 or 2 drinks later, I missed two of the categories. One of the categories, I spent over $100 on my outfit and my hair and everything, and I couldn't even walk the category because by the time I got out dressed and everything, the category was closed.
No.
Another thing I can also say is when I walk realness, I didn't really like the perception that it put into my head of
Mm,
I'm letting someone else tell me if I'm real or not. And
yeah.
every single day I don't get clocked.
Hmm.
Like I
Right.
don't have
Right.
an issue with that at all. And not saying like, oh, I'll never get clocked or anything like that,
Yeah.
but more so like it puts an extra anxiety on you when it's like someone's reading you for your
Hmm.
transition.
Hmm.
And I could read them back, but it's like, why even go back and forth with another
Right.
girl? And that's my sister, you know? I
Yeah.
might not
Yeah.
like her right now, but that's my
Yeah. No, that's true. It's at the end of the day, that is, we're all in this community together,
yes,
and that's what it should be. Now, you
exactly.
mentioned your mother. Who's your
Yes.
mother?
My mother, Miss Sparkle Royale.
Miss Sparkle
Yes,
Royale. How
she
did
is
you
the
become a family, if you don't mind?
so funny enough. I had a really close friend. Well, we're still friends. Now my sibling.
Mhm.
We always used to go to this club back in Syracuse called Trex, and I remember they had mentioned to me that they knew how I loved Pose. Like I watched Pose every
Oh, yeah.
single
Yep, yep,
episode
yep.
and every single interview, anything that had to do with Pose.
Yeah.
So they were telling me like, "Oh yeah, I started this ballroom house. You should come to like our practice. We have practices every Saturday." So I kept saying I was gonna do it and never did it. And
Mm.
then eventually I just ended up going just to see. And when I went, I didn't even know anything about voguing or anything about anything really when it came down to actual ballroom. I just liked watching it.
Yeah.
So when I came, I just watched and I was observant. And Sparkle told me, she said, "So, girl, are you gonna join? Are you gonna like do anything?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess I'll walk realness." And then she was like, "You
Yeah.
should." So I walked realness like for the practice, and I won during like our little practice run. I think it was me and my brother, and it was really fun. And then after like I want to say 3 to 4 weeks, she was like, "Okay, Queenie, you are a member of the House of Royale. You are my daughter." And ever since then, our relationship has just became the best. Like
Yeah.
we are literally like the best of friends. We talk all the time. She congratulates me. She cares for me. She
Mhm.
truly is my mother.
Yeah, yeah. I was just gonna say that that's how important the family culture is in ballroom. And I mean, I think in queer culture in general, your chosen family can be pretty important, but
Yeah.
ballroom culture specifically,
Yes.
really that family aspect is the glue that keeps everyone together, I feel.
No, it definitely is. And she definitely keeps us together. And in times where we need it, she'll discipline us too.
What are some of the biggest accomplishments that you've had in your ballroom career?
Biggest accomplishments I would say are I I don't know if I've won any titles, but I've definitely battled some like really really good
Mhm.
performers. I would say oh no, I did win realness. I won realness at a Western New York Kiki ball. It was a mini ball, but it was that's one thing that
Yeah.
I did win. But 90% of the time, just even being able to share the stage with a good performer who can give me everything that they can give me, I would say that's a really big accomplishment for me too.
And that like speaks to you of who your peers are, right? That it's like, oh, if you're having any doubt in your head, it's like, wait a minute, I'm on stage with this person. I'm good.
Right?
I'm good.
Exactly. I'm great. That's my night.
My only brush that I've had with ballroom has been, and this is going to be a throwback, is when I was in college and there was this event for all the queer students in like the college collection of Jesuits and Catholics. So, I will give them this. At least they have something for the queer students.
Yeah,
Yes, that's important.
very important.
But Chi Chi Devane, rest in
Very-
peace,
I
was
know.
around and she was at the event and she called up three little twinks,
Mhm.
myself included, to strut our stuff.
Yes.
So, what are, and I say this just to mention Chi Chi and all of her excellence, but what are some of the misconceptions that people have about ballroom that may like brush upon it once in their life? And can you educate them with a quick summary of what the art of ballroom is?
Yes. So I would say, as far as misconceptions go, I feel like a lot of people take the shade and the harshness the wrong way. 90% of the time, it's not really meant to be harsh or meant to stay in
Mm.
your mind, even though, in all actuality, you can't get it out your mind sometimes. If you get read by a judge and you've never been read like that in your life, you're going to be thinking about that for weeks. But that's just genuinely what ballroom is. They're doing it to toughen your skin because they want you to be able to get read and everything by them so that by the time you get out in the streets and somebody tries to come for you, they can't even come for you. It's like dust. And honestly, I can say being bullied all my life kind of helped because when I came to ballroom, all that reading and all that shade and cattiness never really bothered me. And but now, after years of being in ballroom, it has helped me be like, if anyone even does come with a brunt of a problem, I don't even entertain it because I've been read by fiercer.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I feel like that is a notion that they talk about in Paris is Burning, right?
Yes, they
That
definitely do.
it's like, listen, all the shit that you're getting from inside the community, like you said, that it's like even if I don't like you, you're still my sister, you're still my family. Because that outside world, no.
Exactly.
It's
It's a
there.
dangerous world.
Mm-hmm.
Queen
And
Queens on a said reality show need to learn that too more is because the US is the only one where there's always a bunch of drama when half of it's just like lighthearted
I think
exactly.
they used to
like
understand that. There's some queens that are former that like Alaska, I will say, like won't speak about sometimes controversies with other queens because she's still like, at the end of the day, that's still my queer sibling. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
not like the bat like I don't know.
yeah.
Anyway.
For the second part of the question, though, for as far as like summary goes for ballroom, I would say the easiest summary is it's like an underground world of celebrities, becoming your own celebrity, making your own fan base, making your own
Mhm.
what do they call it? Your legacy. Like you can have your house, you have your trophies, you have all your gowns and all these, designer coats and dresses and all these things to make who you are, because that is who you are to the world. That's who you are and who you want to be presented to the world. So being presented that way in ballroom and having people reclaim you, other than the way how people probably would feel about you before, is something that means something, and it's something that can honestly motivate people to continue to live.
Yeah. I say, and like the theatrics of it all. That
Yes.
it's that adds to the celebrity, that it really is like its own little world.
It is. It
And
honestly is.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And do you think that ballroom deserves more recognition? Of course it does, on its influence on drag, dancing, and pop culture.
Yes, definitely. I definitely think if most queens saw a ball, or,
Mhm.
saw,
Yeah.
a production in the ballroom culture. It doesn't really have to be a ball, but it could be like even pose or something like that. They would know where a lot of these things come from, where catwalk comes from, duck walk. They seen it on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
They never knew how to do a full 8 count and end in a dip.
Yeah.
Hmm.
As someone that is, I've never been in ballroom, but I grew up dancing my entire life. So I've loved ballroom, the dance culture, just because
Yeah.
as a dancer watching it, it's so amazing. And
Yeah.
like, I 100% agree with what you just said, Queenie, that there is that the
Yeah.
8 count isn't there, that it's like,
Yes.
where's the rhythm? Where's the musicality? What's happening? I want to piggyback off of what Brendan just said, though, because I've been seeing so much of ballroom culture getting appropriated into straight culture. Like
Really?
this past season of Love Island, the girls were on there going, clock that T. And like in moments where like it just wasn't, I'm like, that's not how we use those phrases. And they're using this
Yeah.
to do clock it, but I'm like, it wasn't applause.
That is applause.
And then this one's clock, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you're saying clock it, it's more so about like clocking information, like that
Exactly.
wasn't,
No,
obvious,
it's
I
not
guess.
like on Love Island, like someone kissed someone else. Clock it. No, that's not how
Not
to
clocking
use.
it.
What are we doing? I don't know. If I'm like me, this cis white person who is queer, but still, I'm like, I'm offended at this. I can't imagine
Yes.
someone like you
Yeah.
looking at that going, what, what are we doing?
Definitely secondhand embarrassment. I see a lot of the girls, not even just the Love Island girls, because I unfortunately
Yeah.
was not a viewer of that, but a lot of the girls in general, like over TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram, and everything, are using lingo that they don't even know where it came from. And I can tell just by the way how they use it. I'm like, you don't really know what that word means, but you're using it. And like I say to my nephew, if you can't spell it out and if you can't sound it out, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. And the worst part is all the men on those shows are like 100% either homophobic or DL.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. Like
Like,
everyone is obsessed with Alandria right now, as they should be. She's stunning, she's beautiful, she's the moment. But she's
Yeah.
paired up with this white dude who like liked a bunch of Trump stuff before going exactly. And I'm like, I just want her out of this
well,
situation because
apparently
we
he's
know this
DL with
man.
apparently he's DL with Bill, so like
So let's clock that.
Yeah.
let's
Okay.
clock
Oh yeah,
that.
Bubba.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
It's
what we need
crazy.
to be clocking.
That's what's
Exactly.
gonna
And
take it down.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
allegedly, a lot of the guys
But
on these shows and a lot of the guys in these scenes who are extremely homophobic and extremely
Hmm.
transphobic, they love the girls. Like
They
it's
do.
undeniable.
Well, did you guys see when it was
um,
that Grinder was
at
like,
the Retrumplican convention, all the apps were crashing.
yeah,
At
literally
the last
apps crashing, seeing the biggest amounts of usage anywhere
Wow.
in the US. But
Well, there's a reason they wrote Trump into pose. So there's a reason they used him as an example. That's all I'm gonna say.
for sure.
But um, what piece of advice would you give to your younger self, and what are your goals for the future?
My biggest advice I would give to my younger self would always be, it always gets better. For the
Mhm.
longest time in my life, I thought life was going to be painful, was going to be full of regret. I never really felt comfortable. I felt like nothing made sense for me. My outside and my inside didn't look the same. So for the longest time, I just thought I was always going to hide. I was going to, marry a woman and
Mhm.
have kids and do that just to make my family happy. And
Mhm.
until I was able to find myself and say, I really have to choose me. I love my family. They love me now, but it was really choosing myself and saying, you know what, it might be hard right now, but it will get better. If I would have known that years ago, I feel like my life would have been so much better.
Yeah. I, as someone in their early 30s who I like to joke, my entire 20s was a mental health crisis. Like it does get better. It
Yes.
does. It does. It might not feel like it really, but it does.
Yes.
And what piece of advice would you give for someone who is still looking for their community and their part of the LGBT community?
I would tell them if you are new to the scene, definitely take it with a grain of salt. Some people will become your friend for wrong intentions. Some people will cross your boundaries. You really have to have discernment and you know be very mindful of the people that you're including into your crowd because you might not even know it, you might be falling into the wrong crowd. So I would personally say just be mindful, take a grain of salt with each relationship, but be open-minded. Give situations a try. Try to make friends, go to different type of events, go to a drag show. You might even meet a friend who's a fan of drag or even a drag queen that can really help you out. That's what I did.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that's how I know Brendan technically. I through his partner, I met at a drag
Mhm.
show years ago and we
Yes,
became friends. And to this, like 5, 6 years later, here we are. So
yes,
really, that's how we do it.
exactly.
Mhm.
I'd say so.
yes. Megan, do you want to take the next question?
Yeah. So is there anyone you would want to shout out as like a day one supporter? Now it sounds like maybe your mom has been there since day one,
Yes.
Miss Sparkle.
Miss Sparkle, yes, but I would actually even say my birth mother.
Oh my gosh.
My birth mother has been the biggest inspiration and shown me what true unconditional love is. For the longest time, I never knew that she would be able to see me, understand me,
Yeah.
and see me as her daughter, and she
Right.
does. She has treated me like nothing has changed throughout my whole transition, always made me feel normal, always made me feel comfortable. And she even now still will come visit me and she will tell people, that is my daughter. You do not play with her.
I oh my that I am
That,
so happy. I'm like beaming.
yeah,
I think that's beautiful.
Yes.
that is definitely a very special
Yes.
relationship to have,
Yes.
Yeah.
especially this day and age.
It
Yeah.
really is. Yes.
Yeah. Because that's not always the case.
It's not, especially for girls that look like me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But where can people find you online after the show? I only have like one or two questions left, so I'm gonna ask this one now.
People can find me online on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and I think that that's it. But everything is Queenie Royale, and then Queenie Royale is my Facebook, and Queenie222 is my TikTok and my Instagram.
And if people want to see you perform, where are you usually performing, or should they just follow you for the details?
They should definitely follow me for the details. But I usually do perform within the capital region. I've performed at Waterworks, Rocks. I regularly will go there each and every month, about once or twice, maybe, depending on the month. With the winter coming up and everything, might not see
Yeah.
me as much. But definitely follow me for the details. Definitely follow In Our Own Voices, as I will be at 90% of the events for In Our Own Voices as well.
Okay, and do you have any other questions, Megan?
Uh not at the current I honestly could probably go all day, but nothing's currently
Yeah.
in my brain. um I I'm sorry. If you ask me what's your name, I'll be like, it starts with an M, I think. Like, genuinely. And so I'm just gonna say no. I think I got my questions answered. I think I got them.
Okay, I have one more thing that I just thought of. Not
Yes.
naming names, but have you ever seen someone try to get into ballroom who completely flopped, or you were like, they are not gonna cut it?
Yes. I've seen a few. Personally, it's always the people that you can kind of tell that they're just not going to cut it, and it's not in a way of well, I mean,
Yeah.
most judgmental. It's the most judgmental environment you will ever go into.
Oh,
So
you
to
can
be
be judgmental. You
to be judgmental, yes, I have. I've definitely seen people that will go out and do a bold category like a actual performance instead of beginners performance, starting at beginners. They'll say, you know what, I've walked this category before, I've done this before, and they'll go out and do it, and I'm like, you know, that spin was not done correctly, that dip was not landed. You know, you fell out of that dip 3 times. You didn't really get into your duck
yeah.
walk. You didn't do your hands correctly. Um, so I definitely seen a few different cases of that.
I did think of a question. Do you have any media you'd recommend to those who are interested in the ballroom scene, but maybe don't have a ballroom culture close to where they are, but they want to know more?
I would definitely recommend Paris is Burning, of
Mhm.
course,
Mhm.
but also Pose.
Yeah.
Um, those are definitely like two of my first ever seen. Oh, also if there's a movie on YouTube, and I think it's called Kiki,
Okay.
um, or Kiki Scene, and
Yep.
that definitely goes a very detailed, just documentary on the New York City ballroom scene,
I'm
in
gonna
the
check that.
ballroom Kiki scene.
That sounds delightful. I'm gonna have to check
Oh, it is.
it
Have to check that out. But that's all I had. So
Yeah.
thank you again to Queenie Royale, Capital Region Gays Drag Performer of the Year
Yeah.
2025. Thank you
Thank
again for
Woo!
you.
joining us on this special week, Trans Remembrance, as well as Trans People Awareness Week, everyone. Thank you again so much.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
This has been a pleasure.
Yes, I absolute delight.